Hey guys, it's Jim here and welcome to Mind-Over-Magic. It's a micromanagement, colony sim, survival game where you assign tasks to people and watch them go to work. If you know this game called Rimworld, this game is basically that. Just that instead of building a colony, you're building a magical school. And just like a school, you have to put kids through classes and graduate them afterwards. Yes, now you get to play as the founders of Hogwarts and hire sketchy teachers to teach defense magic. And just like Rimworld, each and every character has a mood bar known as conviction that we'll have to keep as high as possible, or it's set under 50 years. Now, we first start off by receiving a last letter from the founder of the previous school. That clearly did not work out. Once the school stood here, time, however, ground their fine institution to rubble. I entrust you the stewardship of a new age of magical learning. Rebuild the school, train brilliant new mages, explore the under school. It won't be easy, but I believe you are up to the task. Though my body is long gone, my spirit yet lingers and will serve you faithfully. Lorelei, founder, Institute of the Arachnophobia Nest. Obviously we can't have that, so I don't really want to trigger any of my viewers who has arachnophobia, so I'm gonna rename it. So change the name with it. Obviously I came up with the name first, then I got curious to see what random has to offer. Refuge of Fatigue Fang, Towers on the Witch's Stone, Fogstone Hall, okay that was just lazy. Academy of the Spiders 1, Refuge of the Ominous Cave, Academy of the Misty Creek, McMarvel, even of the Zephyr Raven, Protector School, that's even lazier. Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with mine, if you don't mind. Alright, Magical Institute of the Deranged. You are now the founder of the Magical Institute of the Deranged, also known as MID. I just realized what I typed. After choosing your school name, you then get to choose 3 starting teachers. And since we are playing Relax mode, the game is nice enough to give us 3 teachers up for free. If you are playing Relentless, however, we'll start with 2 teachers instead. And of course, they are of different species, unlike our counterpart in the UK. And yes, each different species has different traits and issues you can consider. Like Wolfkins has extra power and speed and sleep pretty much anywhere, but has no health whatsoever. Or Vivified, like this sack boy here, made from pieces of the dead, with high HP, and will eat just about anything without drawbacks, but it's kinda slow. Or of course a human, who has extra mana but will have fuzzy issues with eating bad stuff or sleeping in a room with 2 doors. You're hired! After selecting your teachers, you are then transported to the underground thing, and our mid teachers are basically trapped. Thankfully, we have this, the mana font. Basically a stone where the wizards and witches recharge their mana or perform rituals. Like this Repel Fog ritual, which is needed to be performed regularly as the fog will continue to roll back each passing day. Once the fog reaches your school, game over. So now you've cleared up the fog and we can see the state of our school. There is no school. Thankfully there's plenty of trees and rocks we can harvest to build it, along with the ghost of the previous headmaster, Lorelei, a stone-faced phantom who we can abuse to work day and night because he doesn't eat nor sleep. I'm sure you have bezos who like to hire them. Anyway, we built our school, using the wood for the floors and stairs, and stone for the walls, and do not forget roofs. Things will take rain damage if we do not set up proper roofs. And by proper, I mean setting the wonkiness. So I set maximum wonkiness, I made it as short as possible so I don't have to spend so much wood building them. And once we have our rooms, we set up several different furnitures like an arcane secretary, so we can research new stuff. Got so that our staff can sleep without backaches. And then grew a pot, so we can stop eating raw shit and be upset about it. Damn humans and their delicate tongues. Anyway, you may have noticed that putting the grow pot down turns this room into a scullery. Basically a very rustic kitchen. What this does is that it helps teachers cook meals a lot quicker, and this is something to consider, as everything is based on timing. You would want to make designated rooms according to requirements to increase efficiency or gain positive benefits. Like in classrooms so we can teach 50% faster, or bedrooms so that our staff can have better dreams. Speaking of which, night falls and everybody gotta go to sleep, except our phantom teacher who's just gonna work till morning. It was then I noticed how dark the school is at night. that our cursor is brighter than anything. And that is an issue, because total darkness spawns these void mushrooms, which will drain mana from your wizards if not dealt with. Good news though, torches are not too hard to build, and the number required is depending on the size of the room. And one way to tell if the rooms are lit enough is to press this button and see if the room is highlighted yellow. One downside of these torches, however, is that they reduce luxury. But not that I really care, this is a school, not a 5-star hotel. Deal with it. Anyway, what the heck am I doing? I built a school and no mid students. It's essentially an overglorified dormitory for teachers. So, I moved the base to the corner room so Kingsley can have his privacy, added 2 more beds, not gonna add the third because it's gonna block the entrance, and added a 1 shaper to craft some wands. Apparently Ollivander don't sell wands to mid students here, so the school has to be the one supplying. Damn comes from BIOS laws. And of course with students we need classrooms, and to build one we just need this learning stone. Then I can't centralize due to the room style count. Trigger warning for OCD people. Anyway, before I conscript, enroll a student to mid, we need to make a wand. So we go to our wand shaper, and we can choose different elemental wands like fire wands, water wands, dark wands. I can't really afford a lot at the moment, so I'll settle for fire, earth, and air wands for now. Moving on, as the wands are being made, I set up a topic to research on the Arcane Secretary, only to discover everyone is taking turns researching, except for the one guy with the boosted research ability. So I set the Arcane Secretary to be only accessible to Kingsley, so that he's the only one researching and everyone else can fuck off. Anyway, once done, time to enroll students to mid. To do that, you go over to this station called the Student Conscriptor, a Summoner, where we post a teacher here to bait out a student into enrolling, using one of the ones we just made. And no, we do not get to choose a species. And here it is. Is it another sack boy? Well, considering it's Maki we put to doing this, why am I even surprised? Anyway, say hello and welcome to AA Ron, our first mid student. Now get the fuck out of here, I need to summon another. Now we have enough for our class, but no one's teaching. And that's my fault. I set all the teachers to do chores, since there were no students earlier. Let me fix that. Classes begin and all the students have to do is cast a spell onto this rock. Which classes were this easy at Hogwarts now, huh? Anyway, they cast spells and with each classes end, the student gain 1 elemental skill. Doesn't always have to be the one's primary element, but in the end the one's primary element will be the student's strongest. Anyway, clock strikes 10, time for everyone to go to bed. In an awkward situation where the students are sharing the same bedroom as their teachers, despite 2 of them having never taught any classes before. And of course, our phantom teacher will just keep working throughout the night. Morning comes and everyone goes to work. It's then I notice a void shroom growing in their bedroom. I swear, if I find out that one of you is hanging your dirty laundry in there, it's the fog where we will be sleeping next to it the following night. Anyway, I hesitated building any lights originally in the bedroom at first, mainly because I worried that it may affect the sleep like in oxygen not included. Only to realize that these guys don't care about sleeping in a brightly lit bedroom, or the fact that these torches are burning oxygen in an enclosed bedroom shared by 5 people. Moving on, we come to address another long-standing issue. Recreation. Apparently mid is boring as hell that everyone is craving recreation. So I extended this empty room and placed a gramophone in it. Anyway, while that's done, I make a dark one, because I was curious, and summoned another student. Only for me to remember that I only have 5 beds. Let me rectify that real quick, by putting a bed in the recreation room because I ran out of space in the bedroom. Then done, time to summon a new mid student. Say hello to Clara.
What the fuck? Clara!
Who has a tentacle lash ability. Why? Anyway, as per usual, gathering resources, teaching students, and finally everyone started to use the gramophone for entertainment. I forgot there's a limit number of users, so one student gets to recreate with 3 other teachers while the other 2 gets left out of the fun due to conflicting schedules. Fine, let me fix that. There, go have fun. And dance to the same music as before, only 1 LP I guess. Could you at least flip the LP? Here. Much better. Now I know I needed more rooms, like a ceremonial room so we can VTuber graduate some of our students so that they can have a future. One of the requirements is luxury. Kinda ironic that the room where you leave the school has a better luxury than your own bedrooms and classrooms. That aside, it lacked luxury due to these torches. But that's fine, just throw this random occult rug I found in there and call it a day. Anyway, while I expand my school, my students became aces, meaning they can graduate. But before I do, notice this little thing down here? It's essentially the dungeon we can explore to gather important resources by battling creatures of the deep. To explore it, we select up to 4 of our meat people to go. Or we can stay true to Hogwarts fashion and send only students down there. Dumbledore would approve. But unfortunately, we only have 3 students, so yeah. Marky, you fat boy, you're the teacher, get down there with them. And combat is a turn-based RPG, where I choose which character does what. And while this go down, I also learn what each spell does, like Thorns, that pretty much put Legos on the targeted spots, or Shadow Cloak, that is basically Payday 2 dodge build, or Vengeance, which is basically Uno reverse card. And it's then I realized how important positioning your characters are, as Clara, the one confirmed strong girl, leading the judge is the only one tanking incoming damage, despite Byron's taunt. I suppose you regret picking the wife over the dodge build now, huh? Yeah, I know my play here is awful. I learned my lesson the very next combat. Anyway, battle's won and we get resources. Like this arcane scroll that we need for rituals and research. Oh, and also we release torch snuffers into the world, whatever they are. And now I have to address their wounds. When anyone is wounded, they are in pain. Yeah, no shit, Oogie Boogie. But if they die, they lose a life and a lot of conviction. Lose all their lives and it's bye-bye to that person. So, I need to build a hospital to treat them. But first, I need to research a hospital bed and pray that somebody is proficient with Water 1. And as the hospital wing is being built, we have a home invader, also known as the Torch Snuffer. And it's a ghost going around smashing my torches. Enough for some people. Until it feels like going away, or we beat the hell out of it. And beat the hell out of it we will. And this time, I set up properly, like making sure a tankiest character is up front, like Byron, who doesn't have the health but does have the self-armor spell that comes with the taunt. And with Windshield from Kingsley and Vengeance spell from Inline, Byron will be fine. Oh my god, Byron, just poke him with your wand, it'll die. Fine, in line, finish it. Oh, it drops arcane scrolls? Shit, we gotta invite these assholes in more often. Anyway, with that fight, I decided to end this session here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, then maybe get the basic idea about this game. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you all next time. Bye!